Okay, so tonight I think I'll probably start hacking, I guess, some menu control stuff in place. I think that's where we were last time. Before we get into that, let's do the typical run through, make sure we haven't bit rotted away somehow. So look at this diff, try to remember what we're even doing. Okay. Be pretty cool if tonight we got that title screen menu going anyway. I think the plan is to get, I guess, the title screen menu going first, and probably then the menu to like yield your turn and stuff in the game. Oops. Or end your turn in the game. And the plan, I think, is just let's just write some bad code at first, and then we'll refactor it once we see what's common to those two implementations there. Oh, I just noticed a little bug, I think. Current turn is player 2. Advance the map. Yeah, okay. That's a little bug right there I didn't think about before. So when you advance the map, we need to, I guess, explicitly make it player 1's turn. Because even though we're still using this stupid debug key cord to change the map, we want that mechanism to work. So let's actually fix that right now, because that's probably a one-liner. I think where that would be, probably map.load, I guess, and what, cursor? Yeah. Should be right here. So let's go trigger the problem. We're player 1, we'll switch to player 2, we'll advance the map, and we're player 2. Okay, so we've confirmed the problem exists. Reset the sky. We're player 1, we forfeit our turn. We're player 2, we load the next map, and we're player 1. Okay. And let's, yeah, sanity check. It's all fine. Okay. Let's commit that. being kind of verbose there because I don't think it is necessarily true that we're just going to have player 1 and player 2. I think we might have eventually player 1, player 2 CPU, I think. So I don't want to say player 1 and player 2 because that might not be exhaustive. Okay. So back to the map stuff, or the menu stuff. Did not save my session, okay. What am I doing? Yeah, right. Wrong screen. Wrong screen. Screen title. So we're probably going to need... We're going to need to make view changes. So I was thinking about this a little bit over the last day or two. The way our app is kind of architected right now is that we have one master update function that Pico 8 provides, and currently it just calls game screen update. Wait, I'm trying to remember how this fits together now. Oh yeah, okay. So game screen update. So we load the title screen, and load sets game.screen to the loaded screen, which in this case is title, which has an update method here. And then there's our debug cord that loads this. So okay. And here's our draw. Okay, I was about to say the wrong thing. What I was going to say is, I was thinking about the architecture of this thing the other day, and I think we just want to continue this pattern of kind of effectively routing to the appropriate function to call. But we're not going to want to do that for the title screen because there's nothing else to do here. But in the case of the battle screen, we're probably going to want an update method for the cursor like we already have, and then an update method for the battle screen, which is called if and only if a menu is open. So then the battle screen method is essentially going to route to one of two functions depending on the state of the visibility of a menu. I think that'll be where we want to refactor to, but now that I'm looking at this, that has nothing to do with the title screen. So let's just write some bad code here for now, and we'll sort that out later. So we don't care about this. So one annoyance I've noticed is when we reload our game, it looks like the menu options appear in an arbitrary order. So what I assume that means is that in Lua, our tables that are keyed by strings are not in a predetermined order. So what we'll have to change this up somehow. I don't know how I want to do that just yet. I mean, one option would be to, you know, do this, right? Maybe that's fine. This would wrap our menu items in another table, such that we no longer have an associative array, but rather a numerically indexed array which contains tables that contain one element. I don't think I like that, though. And like I said, I think tonight the theme will be writing bad code because I don't have a lot of confidence I'm going to get this correct on the first pass. Another option is just to duplicate just a little bit of information from here to here. So we'd have we could explicitly control the ordering of the elements effectively in our view, which is fine. It's not great. Let's see what that would look like. I'm not convinced that this is the right way to go, but maybe it is. So let's create a table of our selection choices here. I'll call that choices, I guess. I thought there was some Lua generic 4. I don't know. Just do this. Wait. I guess you still do. I should still do eye pairs. Okay, you can't tell, but I'm reloading this, and now our order is stable, so progress. I wonder if Lua will allow me to do this. In Go and some other languages, it's idiomatic to use an underscore if you want to essentially throw away a value you don't care about. And we don't care about this index, at least not now. That looks like it's fine. Okay. So now what do we want? We want game.screen can probably simplify this, but I don't care. Game.screens.title.menu choice is true. Right? So what we want to do is, if we have a menu item whose value is true, we want to print the menu choice with a preceding asterisk. Looks like it works. And there's stable. Okay. I'm not in love with that duplication, but again, it's like, who cares, I guess. We'll sort that out later. So now what we need is we need to modify the title update loop to change which just to change the state of the selected menu item. Let's just continue doing this the dumb way. The real dumb way. I say real dumb because now we're duplicating this information in 3 spots, and that's clearly not what we want. But we'll make it work, and we'll make it work right. So this should be fairly straightforward. We have 3 elements in an array, and we just want the up and down keys to cycle among them. I guess first let's I was gonna say first let's make them not roll over, such that if you hit, if you're on the top one, you hit up, don't go to the bottom. But now I'm thinking about it, I don't think I want that at all, so let's do this. I guess we need to know so buttons 2 and 3 are up and down. Two is up, 3 is down. Actually, I think we want to change this already, because this is going to be real gross. Yeah. let's refactor this from the get-go. This is going to be too gross to even bother with. So we don't want this. We want the menu to have choices and, I don't know, selected. And choices will be our array. And selected will just track the index of the selected item. Because this lookup by key thing is going to be absolutely disgusting to implement the logic here. So, and then that lets us get rid of this guy. Because now this becomes game.screens.title.menu.choices. And again, this is all going to get refactored. I'm sure I probably want a constructor for each screen. I'm sure there's a better way to path into all this, but again, whatever. We'll get there. So for choice in game.screens.title.menu.choices, do, and then here's our logic. Now we do want that iterator. And this becomes if I equals game screens title menu selected, right? Oh, and I always forget this. This is, in my opinion, the most head-ass decision that was made in the creation of the Lua language, but elements start with index 1 for some reason. Literally the only language I've ever seen 1 indexed. So there we go. So we can get rid of that garbage, and so now to recap, the logic is such that we have an array of choices, an index that points to where we are in the array, and if the current item matches the selected item, then we indicate as much there. So that's straightforward. That's pretty clean. And this local Y crap is just implementing the line spacing. So now back to the up and down thing. So now we want this logic. We don't need that anymore. So now if button 2 is pressed, this is trivial now. It means game.screens.title.menu.selected equals that -1 if and only if we're not at 1 already. So let's see. Well, let's do this. Yeah, okay, okay. If button. This is just for my convenience. Let's just capture that value. So cell is the value at game.screens.title.menu.cell is this guy. And if we press up and cell is greater than or equal to 2, decrement it. And that 2 check is so we don't roll back to 1 from... so we don't roll to 0 from 1. Did my stream freeze? Okay. Looks like I might drop some frames. I don't know. And likewise... I think my internet is slow or something here. Sorry about that. Okay, so anyway. Or if you press down and cell is less than or equal to 3, less than or equal to 2, then increment it. So that logically works fine. I do hate how it looks though. So let's do this. Let's just do this. So we're going to either print asterisk space if selected or 2 spaces if not. There we go. Looks pretty nice. So now we got to think how what do we actually want to do with this. So now now we can track the selected menu item. I don't know why my internet's so terrible right now. Sorry about that. Let's see what's going on. Anything? I assume that's my internet and not my CPU bogging out, because... yeah, I don't know. It's probably internet. So... so now we need to handle menu selection. And I guess we want select to be X in the case of player 1, which is button 5. Which I guess is, so for the time being, I guess we want to do this and just get rid of our stupid key cord. And what I am suspecting is that we will eventually want to load a different screen or a different update loop to depending on whether we are player one or if we want a one-player game or a two-player game or a skirmish or whatever, we're probably going to want to change that logic. Man, is there something I can kill that'll make my internet behave? This is ridiculous. Not frozen? Okay, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Okay. So here we're just going to cheat for now. We're pretending to implement a menu. We actually have a menu, but when I select anything, I'm going to start the one-player game because there's currently no logic implementing a two-player game. And that's fine. I feel like that's a reasonably clean pattern of, for each menu we have a table of choices and a selection index. I think that will be reproducible. Like again, the goal for now is to write a bunch of bad code, see what the bad code looks like, and then refactor into cleaner code, probably a little bit more object-oriented. And something I would like to do would be, where possible, maybe this isn't possible, but I would really like to stop using global variables entirely. The use of globals seems to be common in Lua, or sorry, in Pico 8, and I understand why, but what I have read is that those perform more poorly than you would imagine in Lua. Not that we're anywhere near performance limits right now, but again, it's just a pattern I don't really care for. I would much rather keep everything local, given the choice. So again, you know, we're gonna have to figure out how to like refactor to work around the fact that we want to implement unit tests outside of the Pico 8 environment, but can't use the proper Lua module/package pattern inside of the Pico 8 environment. So anyway, we're just going to do things, again, the dumb, gross way for now, and we will sort all that out later. But right now, let's run our formatter and linter. Take a look at our diff. That looks good. So implement a feature. Deprecate what? Deprecate the deprecate the key cord to launch the game, because we're now actually using the menu. Now what was that? Do I care about this turn camera branch? Oh yeah, that turn camera thing. That's we need to figure out how to animate moving the camera from unit to unit as the players change turns and crap, but let's trash that work for now. We didn't do anything worthwhile, and I don't want to tackle that yet. So now, okay, so now we have our title screen menu. Let's reload this. That's looking good. So now what we want to do, I guess, is we want to create at a minimum, we're going to want a permanent mechanism that allows the player to end his turn. Right now, again, I've cut a corner and I have the Z key, just change turns, but I'm pretty confident we're going to want to use Z for something other than that. I think the control we're going to want is like click the selection button, which is X on an empty tile, and it'll bring up a menu or something. I mean, I think that's pretty common. And then I think, and see, the only thing there are kind of two menus here, right? One menu, I'm talking about this loop specifically. One menu that we know we want is a menu for ending your turn, and presumably the options there are going to be yes, no, right? Another menu option, at least during development, that we want is the we want to replace this debugging keycord with a menu. And what I think we might want to do actually is, because we don't want that in the, you know, proper game, I think we might use the Pick-O-8 API here to create like a, you know, advanced level menu item or something. Within the Pick-O-8 menu, I mean. Because that'll probably require less work and will be easier to take out. And even if we don't take it out, at least it kind of indicates that, hey, by the way, this is not playing the game. This is a debug feature you're screwing with. So let's do that for now. Let's I guess let's do this in a few steps here. The first thing I want to do is, right now, that's where the logic, actually in two places right now, we have logic to change the player's turn, and we'll presumably want to move that out into a function to dry this out a little bit. And we're also going to want to use the Pick-O-8 API here. So here, this is what I'm looking at, just so you can see it. I have a few monitors here. I've got 4 monitors, and when I'm doing work, I keep references on the right monitor, but it's probably boring if you're trying to watch this stream. So what is this? Add a custom item to the Pick-O-8 menu. So I guess we want to do... we want to register this only once, right? I'll move that off camera now. We want to register that once. I think we want to do it on the screen load, I guess. could even just do it at the start of the game. That's a little bit gross, but like, I don't know if we care, because again, this is debug functionality that will probably just comment out or something. Let's start with that. So when the game is initialized, before we even load our screen, let's do this. And let's just no-op this guy for now. Right? We reload. Okay. And we have our menu option. Always forget Pickle 8 doesn't actually have capital letters, or rather inverts capital letters kind of strangely. So advanced stage, we have a menu option now. And now we obviously don't want a no-op here. I guess, does that have to be a closure? It probably does. So let's go back to cursor and let's do function game.cursor turn end, I don't know. I guess just do turn. Game.cursor turn. And so this guy's still a no-op, but we don't care. First, let's make sure that this refactored code works. So we start our game, and we are player 1, and we press Z, and we rec. Attempt to call field turn a string value. Oh, wait. Oh, stupid. Okay. I already have a turn property, so it's the method name is conflicting. I guess I'll do turn end, I don't know. Turn end, turn end. So we're player 1, and we blow up again. Attempt to index local self a nil value on 155. Okay. Game.cursor has a turn property. I wonder here, I don't know how the self operator works in Lua. Or I don't even know if self is an operator, a keyword, or or what that is. Where's... Looks like self. Self should be game.cursor, or I can tell. And game.cursor has a turn. Attempt to index local self, a nil value. Why is this nil? Does it have to be invoked like this? I don't think it does. Oh, okay, it does. Okay, so that's some Lua I didn't appreciate. So the thing with the colon versus the dot operator in Lua is that the colon is semantic sugar for passing. So like this is equivalent to this, if I remember the manual correctly. I thought you only had to use this pattern when declaring the function, but apparently that is not the case. Yeah, I think that should be right. So we change our turn. That seems to work fine. Makes me wonder though about in main, why am I not... I think this is probably... I can probably chop off a lot of these deeply nested declarations. Or not declarations, but the way I'm kind of selecting deep into these different tables. I think I can probably chop these off just by changing how I invoke these methods. But we don't care about that right now either. So we have a function now that we can call to end turns, and we have a menu item that's currently a no-op to end turns, and I think we can just do what, game.cursor turn end. Does that kind of work for us? I don't think game cursor... Well, I don't know if it is. I don't know if game cursor is defined by here. Yeah, okay, it is. I'd mentioned a second ago that we have, you know, an issue we're working around is that I want to be able to use Lua's native packaging and module mechanism for structuring the application, but the pick-await environment only supports a subset of the Lua language. So what Lua supports is not, or sorry, what pick-await supports is not Lua modules, but rather these sort of primitive includes. So we're going to have to figure out some way to reconcile those two systems here, because I really do want to be able to write unit tests to kind of prove out my work here. But in any case, I guess the next thing we want to do is actually comment this out entirely. And now we should be able to use our pick a weight menu item to advance the map, right? So we select, and Z no longer does anything, and we bring our pick a weight menu and click advance stage. And I just changed the turn. I've totally got my wires crossed in my head. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Let's leave that no up there. Yeah. Okay. I had my wires crossed. I don't know what I was thinking about this. Obviously, these are two different operations, ending a turn and advancing the stage. I don't know, confused myself. So in any case, the turn end does work when we use our button Z like we had. You can see our turn changing. And we have a no-op for advanced stage. That's fine. I think we probably have time tonight to get this working anyway, the advanced stage thing, because then the turn selection thing will be a bigger effort of developing a custom menuing system from within the battle loop, I think. So let's just do this advanced stage thing, and then we'll be in a reasonably good spot. So let's see. Okay, advancing the stage. Somewhere I have a key cord to do this. I forgot how I did it. I think it's in debug. Seems plausible. Yeah, okay. So this is the key cord. No, it's not. Somewhere I'm calling map.load. It's gotta be right here. It's gotta be right here. Where's this cord? Where will I put that thing? There it is. So in the battle screen update loop, I have a debug key cord. That does all this. And I think we can mostly just copy and paste all this into our little function here. I think that'll work. And then, well, I have two key cords for advancing among the levels. I have left, right, and up as a chord to go to the next stage or the victory screen. And I have left, right, and down to go to the defeat stage. At this point, I don't think there's a lot of value in testing going to the defeat screen, so I'm just going to trash that. Who cares? And then let's copy this and paste. Right, game.state.map, games that seems like that should all be in scope. And then let's comment out this chord entirely. Also, this comment is wrong. Let's try this. Select and enter and advance stage, and it worked. Great. That's a lot nicer than the stupid key chord, and I think that's just a nicer way to handle that in general. So let's take a look here at what we've got. What did I change over here? Or you tell me. Or let's run our formatter, take a look at the diff. So we succeeded in drawing out the... Kick up this music. We're probably about to wrap up for the night, but we won't do it in silence anyway. We dried out the code that swaps player turns. We have not yet implemented a menu to do that, but we've done the refactoring that's kind of a prerequisite for that, so that's good. And we've created a pick await menu item for progressing to the next screen or the next map. And just, yeah, let's make sure. Yeah, okay, and we can make it all the way to the you win screen. Cool. We got rid of our debug chord. That looks great. So we use the pick await API to create an advanced stage menu option in the native pick await game menu. So tonight we got this menu working. That's pretty cool. I could almost get rid of the key chord code entirely, but I might leave it hanging around because I don't know. Maybe we'll need it. Let's do a quick burn down check. Make sure we didn't break this somehow, so we can move our units. That all looks good. And we can advance stages via our new fancy menu. Oh, and oops, I didn't mean to do that. We also fixed a bug, so let's end player 1's turn. Now we're player 2. Now let's advance the stage. And we are correctly now player 1. That's good. Okay. So I think the next time we pick this up, which might be tomorrow, I think the next thing to work on is probably the end turn menu. because now we have the basic pattern worked out for implementing menus, and I think what we have is fairly clean. And then when we have that solved, when we have the next menu implemented, we might want to make a refactoring pass for the whole app, but I might need to spend more time with Lua, with the Lua manual, rather, before I want to do that, because I am learning Lua at the same time as I'm learning Take Await here, so I'm not sure I'm ready to do that yet. But yeah, next we will implement the menu, and then we may refactor, or we may work on unit animation, because this... What does this do? Nothing. Okay, great. What I'm pretty sure we want to do is not teleport units the way we're doing now, but, you know, a quick animation of the thing moving around. So that's coming up soon. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'll call it there. That's pretty good progress for an hour or whatever. Thanks for hanging out, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow or Monday or whatever. Have a good night.